Hey everyone. Okay, well this is what I did for my little summary of what I did for my first day of school greetings online and face to face. So I am a business teacher, and I stood outside my door, and I teach 9th through 12th graders. I stood outside my door and greeted every one of them each period as they came in, and then I played, had upbeat music playing on my smart board. I had a really cool, fun slide up that's, just directed them to sit down, to find a seat anywhere at any computer and go ahead and log in. And so when the bell rang and we came in, after I came in from outside the room, we all made sure everybody had their a good seat and were able to log in and everything. And I played a countdown video it was a cool one with some fun music, and it had a hydraulic press that pressed all kinds of weird stuff and seeing what happened when it pressed, like a Rubik's Cube. And although you can find those on YouTube, and those are kind of fun, the kids like to watch them while they're doing their warm-up every day. So for a little fun get to know us thing, I had a slide and had them go on. They would search on the web and find a picture, copy it, and paste it to this slide that was their top 5 binge watched shows of the summer. And they really liked that. It was fun for them to go and get to just kind of show their personality a little bit and stuff. And so after we did that, we went over our classroom expectations, procedures, and routines. And that was something that was very important that our principal wanted us to make sure that they were all able to do. And we discussed DECA a little bit and talked about, went over our syllabus and what we were going to do for the year. And I just tried to make it super exciting because I want learning to be really exciting for them. And it's just a different time, to try to get kids to be excited, especially when we don't know if what they're going to be doing the next day. So that is what we did the first day in person in class. And then, it was just kind of laid back, but it was exciting because we had to do seating charts and all that stuff. So I had to make sure that I had everything down for in case of a quarantine or something. So for my kids that are virtual, and for my kids in class, we're required to have everything that we do has to be posted to Google Classroom now. And so I made sure that we could navigate Google Classroom. At that time, I didn't have any kids online, or kids that we're not having to necessarily, we're not teaching virtual unless that we have kids that were quarantined. Well, I didn't know that I would have about 40 quarantined the next week, so I had to make sure, but I did make sure that everything was up on Google Classroom and that they could navigate all of that, because a lot of these kids are just their first year in high school, and they're not, we do things differently in high school than they do in middle school. So that was what we did on our first day of school. And so since then, though, the great thing is, since we went over all of that, and I've been diligent about making sure everything, including my lessons and everything, are posted to Google Classroom, is that when these kids went virtual, they already knew what to do. So that was a good thing. When they were quarantined, they were already able to do all of that. So we complete all of our work in my classroom anyways online, just since it's a business class and most everything is done online. There's very little done on paper. They all have a desktop in there. I mean, our kids all have Chromebooks anyways, but they all have desktops. So I just had to make sure that was all ready and all that ready to go. So it was a really exciting first day of school, and I just wanted it to be super upbeat, super fun. I wanted to make sure that they got to know me and got to know how the expectations of the room. I wanted them to feel comfortable, because a lot of the kids in my first year are just 9th graders, and especially my first hour class, they were a little intimidated by being in there. But anyways, I think those are all the things that I did, and I think that it went well.